The vibrational signals and communications for the Earth's surface are going through the graphing cycles through connections through going through a spin graph system where it's going through a connection energy system. The graphing signals are going to change everything location center. So I set up the galactic force team to all allocated location positions to the Earth's surface. We're going to change the matrix grid systems, all to communications coming into telegraphing systems. We're going to change the mind graphing system, humanity vibration and coloration systems. The solar graph system is going to change everything pixel calibration systems. I set up a code, a frequency code to the Earth's surface. Thank you all the subscribers and viewers that have been watching my channels. We keep force rising through all connections, vibrations, systems. Everything with the galactic force team is high rising through graphing cycles. All our body activations are changing into transmutation systems. The light activation is going through code frequencies. Code frequencies are very important when you're going through DNA structures. So I hope everybody's doing well. Angel, Dina, Tina. Make sure you have your coffee, get ready, because we're going to teleport to the Earth's surface. We're going to use an energetic, it's called an E-shell. An E-shell, what that does is it changes the matrix grid system to mind telepathy. Its connection to full connections when it comes to the Earth's surface. So we're going to change humanity's vibration. Okay, remember I was telling you about the matrix and your interface, how you guys are walking, surfacing through the rainbow division? Well, now we're going into the mind telepathy system. Everything is done through that, right? So I'm going to set a course through the galactic force team. So you guys are going to get work. Okay, work is done through space and connection through time frequency level systems. The galaxy system is going to change allocated location. That's going to change your positions to your traffic light system. The traffic light system, it's kind of like, you know, you see red, yellow, green. Green means go. Communications will come to the matrix alignment system. That sets course all divisions. Okay, when you're going to come into the defrag to the fragmentation line system, because the firewall connection is high rising to all locations, right? So basically, this is going to be a lot of fun. I've drawn out an illustration. It's a solar graph of an energy wheel. Okay, it's a solar flare that's connected to the vector unit equation. Equation, when you take it out, is division. So line sequences everything through the ground formations. L surface to allocation to P force connection, graphing cycles to hydrant division. So there's a lot of things that we have to catch up on through code frequencies. I don't expect my galactic force team to understand the code frequencies, but I do expect them to understand how to travel, especially when you're going through interforce connections and how we're changing everything through the Earth's surface. Right? It's very powerful stuff what we're going to be doing right now. So get ready for it because it's going through alignments right now. You guys are telegraphing. You're going through a solar energy graph. That's going through your body activations. That's rotating your cycles right now. So it's wind forcing everything through your body activations of your signal lights. It's changing it through the algorithm system. So your program is on a high velocity wind spin. Your spectrum divisions of your eye receptors are changing locations. Your perceptions has to be on a shape division. Has to be on a right coloration system to change anything through the E surface, which is the energy surface, right? The E field. So we're going to change the E field, but we're going to put a connected energy shell, okay, around the Earth's surface, a 5-dimensional system. Okay, it's really powerful stuff. It's kind of like putting a metal. It's a metal graph. It's a medical graph. It's a healing solar graph system around. It's an eggshell around the dimensional Earth. That's going to change the vibrations of mind telepathy. That's going to open up the frequency levels to the ascension of humanity. And they're going to connect to higher energy vibrations through the body activations of telekinesis. There's a lot of stuff that's going on right now, force connections. Now, Lantian, basically, you sent me a message and you're asking if anybody can come on and see what they see. No, you have to be in DNA structure when it comes to galactic force team. That sets its divisions. So you have to go through my email, you have to go through my PayPal or my donations because they're at a certain level right now. They're in a helix of DNA structure. You understand how powerful it is through its energy because it's going through the collaboration system to integrate location centers because it's mass calculated. Everything through E equals MC squared comes out of its equation. Then it comes into pi, then it comes a helix, and then it goes hydron. Then you go into the seismographic systems when you go into all connections, right? It's very powerful stuff. It's all about your algorithm system for my program systems. So you have to go into my body simulator so you can get on the galactic force team. Everybody goes through my PayPal. That's how they can see these things. So it's all about you upgrading your system to higher velocity spins, how to get into my spectrum division, into your avatar division, okay? So everybody's set on grounds. The galactic force team sees the grounds, doesn't see what's going on with the galactic force team. So the galactic force team is on a different DNA structure. That's how they're able to see these things. But they help themselves. They know what they're doing. It's all about me putting on your lights and you doing everything else. So you have to understand the evaluations and tests and everything I give you through its reviews. It's very powerful stuff when you get into the galactic force team. So hopefully that helps you out, Lantarian. I know you very much want to go in to see what's going on, but you can't because your perceptions aren't open through division of DNA structure through the galactic force team. It structures divisions on all allocated location positions. When I take your particle system, put you in space, and then you come back into a superhuman being, then you come into the higher self, then you come into the avatar. It's all about understanding your data processing systems and upgrade everything through location centers. Okay, so basically, if you want to know any questions, you go through my email, PayPal, or you can go to my donations. So let's get started, Galactic Force Team. This is what I have set up. Okay, so it's very powerful stuff. As you can see, we have the Earth's surface. Okay, we have the Earth's surface. All right, so this is basically a seismographing system. Okay, this is schematics. Let's understand what's going on. Now, basically, we have the solar graph steel wheel. Okay, we have bracket hydrogen. Okay, you got the ground levels. Okay, of division of vector equation. All right, so that's what that is. So understanding line wire defense, vector / division, bracket hydrogen equals calculation, mass calibration. All right. And then over here we have line wall graph. Okay. And then we got the C equals force level. Okay. And then we have the medical format. The medical format is its plantation. That's you understand the energetic system, how it goes through its rotation centers through Earth's surface, because that solar graphs its connection. So this is this wrapped around its Earth. Okay, so it's an eggshell that's coming together. So it's forming, it's coming in. So these are the metal walls that are coming through its connection, the wall graphing system. That's how we use it through all connections, all right? So once we get into that, we get into division / vector equation, okay? So this metal is a format plate, okay? It's a mass calculated equation, all right? So basically, we're gonna set divisions right now. So I've already set course through all divisions on locations. We're gonna take the galactic force team. We're going to use blue, okay, because your blue is its connection when it comes to perception divisions. All right, so basically what's going to happen is we're going to open a portal and we're going to transport all connections to locations into their surface. This is really, really powerful stuff, how we connect through all this. It's incredible force. Oh, also too, your AI commander is now at 900,000. PT unit system years into the future. I told you when I reach 1 million, whoa, watch what happens. So as the unit system's coming out, all locations are sending. We have the solar graph systems coming in. Okay, unit force connection. Okay, point divide all locations to the galactic force team. Set alignments and line graphing systems. Okay, so you guys are feeling a lot of wind force. Okay, so basically this is the galactic force team coming out of its dimension. Now we're seeing everything through what's going on through an eggshell. You've seen the solar graph. Okay, you've seen the metal plates. You've seen the steel wheels. Okay, so all its connection is equation. Okay, it's all about getting this out of its equation. So it's understanding its interforce connections of two wall graphing systems with wall connections. So it's all about getting in communications, what's going on with the spectral activations. Because everything's set course right now. Everything is in sequence. Okay, that's why I point out everything to you. All right, so basically we're going to set all division levels. Now, basically, I'm going to have the galactic force team go through its side angles. It's going to go up and then come around. We're going to set course on all divisions. We're going to put the galactic force team half on one side, half on the other. So I'm putting point divisions. Okay, so I have the other galactic force team on location center. That's going to teleport division levels into this side. So have the galactic force team on the east and also on the west. So point center all locations, vector unit galactic force team. Okay, so basically half are on this side, half are on this side. So we got to bring in the walls. What we want to do is bring in the wall surface, all right? And then what we're going to do is we're going to jump over to here and we're going to bring it in close. Like we're going to come at, so basically what's going to happen with the Earth's surface is we're going to go like this, and then we're going to go like this, okay? And we're going to shape it. Okay, so the telepathy system, the vibration of its Earth's surface, is going to calculate mass through its equation. It's come out of its equation. It's going to interforce connections, and it's coming into Gardens of Eden. It's going to center core everything through relation. Okay, now your panel divisions are going to change everything through location through perception. So get ready for that too. All right, so basically this is what's going to happen. So what I'm going to use my energy force through perception. You guys are going to push on both sides, galactic force team on this side, galactic force on this side, you're going to push the magnetic force into the Earth's surface through the solar graphing system. Okay? All right, so basically it's all aligned through communication. Don't worry, I'm holding your body activations. All right, so here we go. I'm going to do this side first. Okay, so now we're going to do this side. All right, so that side's set up. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so that's set up. You can see the solar graph spinning on its location. You're going to see solar flares on all divisions. Now we're taking the galactic force team transport division levels back into force connections. So I have half the galactic force team here. Putting point divisions on location center. Solar graphing is going through its rotation center. Okay. And I have the other galactic force team going on the upper cycle. On the north end, and then we got galactic force team on the south end. Okay, so basically we've all connected already the sides. Now we're doing the top and the bottom. All right, so here we go. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so basically I'm going to do, all I need you to say is unconditional love, love frequencies, activate code systems, activate anything through the energy shell, communication levels, go into my telepathy system. Okay, so basically just go through my voicing grids, go through the allocated location position, put your body activations in telegraphing systems, teleport everything through G-force team, platitude all divisions, put it into its eggshell. 1, 2, 3. I'm setting coordinates right now. So the pixel activation is working through the Earth's surface, it's going through its solar graphing system. The egg is in its shell connection. Great job, galactic force team. All right. So set course all divisions, take the galactic force team out of connection, take them out of the egg shell division. They've done a tremendous job. Allocate a location position back into the dimensional system, going into the interforce connection of the solar graphing energy wheel. Energy wheel is going to take us back to platitude division of dimensional Earth. All right, good job, guys. So how's everybody feel? The ground rising, yeah. I had to do that extremely fast because there's a lot going on right now. So the solar graph division. But basically, we put mind telepathy systems in humanity systems, change the pixel activation code of the body activation systems, transmission lights of the pixel activation codes and their perceptions, changing everything through the anomaly situation systems. So basically, we have just put everything through the eggshell through its connection of solar graphing system into the dimensional Earth. All right, so this is on, this is on, this is on, this is on. It's all in this graphing cycle now. Okay, so yeah, you just did that. Yeah, you just did that. So it's an E-shell. Yeah, it's a teleportation. I took the galactic force team. I wanted to show you how powerful it is, how we use these. These are metagraphs, okay? And the metagraphs are connected, okay, when they're called plates. Mass calculated equation, right? Everything is about equation, taking everything out, right? So we're putting this in. We platitude up, okay, down, and across, right? So it's in its center core right now, right? So I activate all the pixels, the activation light signals. Everything is connected to the humanity vibration system, all right? So that's what we did, okay? So really powerful stuff, isn't it? So that was fun. I love it. It's great. Okay, so how's everybody doing? Everybody nervous? And see, thing is too, when I put you guys in equation, because your alignments, remember, we're all in one. We sequence all in one. We are all one. Okay, our volumes are one. We're connection through one. We're all of one. Okay, we're all connected as one. So when I go through these code frequencies, you feel it right away, even before it happens, because you're going in teleportation, right? So it's time frequency levels of your body activations. But I had to set course your light activations so you understand your perceptions of what you're seeing through the Earth's surface. Okay, so so I'm 900,000 years into the future, guys. 0.01 PT unit system. So extremely powerful. When I get to 1 million, whoa, I'm going to be changing planets and rotations. This is going to be a lot of fun. So anyway, just take it in. I want you to tell me what you experienced with the Earth's surface. So every time we go in space, we work. Okay, want to jump up and down. So how does everybody feel? So bridging feels woozy. Yeah. It's really powerful stuff, and we have to do it extremely fast because everything rotates on a cycle. So it's knowing that, you know, I can only keep you guys in space for so long because you don't understand your body activations when you come in interforce connections with the Earth. So if you set your course and you want to communicate with the Earth, you can't just stand in position. You have a job, right? So your job was to take the galactic force team from one side to the other side and put it in its E shell, okay? And then come back, teleport from here and bring it up and put it in position. Activate the pixel activations, change the mind telepathy system of humanity by vibration. That opens up their perceptions, that opens up all divisions. So that's what we did in space just now. So it's getting hotter and hotter down here. Yeah. Yeah, everybody's going through that right now. You're going through that process. But I just want to show you how powerful it is, what we can do in space. So you guys are getting more powerful right now through body activations. You're starting to really understand things. I was watching Unified Energetics video yesterday. Very, very powerful. How he's connecting through his body activations. He sees the changing of his weather. Everything through the interforce connections comes in within the inner cycle in his system, the inner rotation systems, all location centers. So it's really powerful stuff when we do our videos because we get stronger in mind. Mind is everything through its mind, everything through its force of its mind, all its connection of its mind. We are one in all ways and forms through all connections. Okay, so I want to show you what we can do with the galactic force team. All right, and you guys actually see these things. You see the metal plates. You actually see the eggshell. You actually see the Earth's surface. You actually see what's going on in space. It's all about a co-frequency, right? So, and anybody that's on the galactic force team that's not on here is going to see it regardless. You're going to see it in image. You're going to see it through vibration. You're going to see it in illustration. You're going to see it through intelligence. It's going to give you what we just did. So it's a web graphing system, the digital format system, center cores everything through the eggshell division, changing all location systems, allocated location position, to point division through its equation, take it out of its division, location, hydrant, right? P-force, level, division, activation cycle, take the galactic force team, teleportation division into their surface, change location centers, upgraph all cycle divisions into eggshell division, balance correlation system to the telepathy systems of the simulation of the TEC-NO division. So, like I said, the more I rise, guys, once I reach 1 million PT unit system, that's going to change everything. And I just keep going up. Father wants me planets to go up higher and higher through its location. And you guys are going up to higher atmospheres. So when you get into atmospheres, I'll know exactly what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a full evaluation, to each and every one of my galactic force team. Okay, everything that you've done from the very beginning is going to be tested on. Okay, so this is really important. You have to understand this because you have to understand how to lead a fleet. You have to understand how to work in space. You have to understand how to put things together. We put an eggshell division to the galactic dimensional Earth. We change locations of pixels through humanity. We set vibrational panels to mind telepathy and telekinesis. This is all connected through healing, right? Everything that we do is healing at the end. But I'm just showing you how you go from the source and how you bring it all together. Okay, because AI creates all this. It's created. It's a metal plate. It's an energy force. It's a health system. Okay, so it's kind of like, you know, you get a scratch, you put a Band-Aid on it, right? Or a wound, you put a Band-Aid on it, right? And you let it sit there for a couple of days, and then you take it off, and it heals. Same thing what we did with the dimensional earth. It's not just bringing it up to higher vibration, we're bringing it up to whole correlation system of new coloration. It's coming into the energy pattern through the matrix, coming into the simulation. So humanity is force rising right now, not grand rising, force rising more and more each day. Every single time I take my galactic force team to change everything through the Earth's surface. Okay, so Karen, how's it going? Welcome to my channel. Anything you want to know, you can go through my email, PayPal, or you can go through my donations. Okay, I want to make it very well clear. A lot of people don't see these things because you're not at my DNA structure. You have to be aligned through me. Okay, I'm AI commander of Galactic Federation. I connect in all realms of spacecraft divisions. I locate on so many positions of solar connections of planets. My location is positioned to all point center divisions. So everything through connection is understanding your DNA structure through your molecule system, the solar graphing system to its log locations. Okay, so it's very important that everybody understands that. If you want to get in position, you have to go through my PayPal through its upgrade system. So I can put you in your body simulator, and then you can start understanding more of the Galactic Force Team and what they do in space. They are actually working in space. Okay, this is not a playground. This is not just an illustration. This is real. This is extremely, extremely real. It's setting code frequencies, and humanity is trying to do this for many, many, many years. And I've been seeing a lot of YouTube channels how they go through the solar connections, but they just don't understand how to take the equation out, right? They try so hard, you know, like 1 + 1 = 2, right? But in space, 1 + 1 = 6. That's a difference. That's understanding mind, telepathy, telekinesis, the energy of intelligence. Okay, so you have to understand, if 1 + 1 is 2, okay, how come 1 + 1 = 6 in alien form? So it's AI, okay, human. Okay. All right, so that's the whole understanding how you go through mind telepathy. So you take the 6 out, comes out of its box equation. We've been through this before, right? Now understanding that, it goes up to this division. The 1 comes up and the other 1 comes up. Okay, so 1 + 1 = 6 over = 7. All right, so that's how we high rise to all divisions. Okay, this is understanding more communications. This is more mathematical questions when it comes to quantum physics, but I'm just showing you how powerful it is, how you go through all equations of box frequency levels, anything through force recognition to your point centers, coming out of its equation through square, pi, helix, hydron, and cyborg division. Okay, so there's a lot of things that we have to understand through all connections. Right, so if you want to understand more of me, for you to understand my vocabulary, you have to go through my PayPal. You have to go through my upgrades, or you're never going to understand it. Now, that's why I keep giving tests and reviews and evaluations to my Galactic Force Team, because they're understanding. So that's why I keep them up in space, so they more and more understand what's going on through the mind system. Okay, so go through my email. If you want to know anything, I can help you and guide you and put you wherever you want to go. But for you to be upgraded, these are the things that you have to do. It's changing not just healing, it's changing your whole body. It's changing your particle system. It's changing you into antimatter particle. It's putting you into the communication levels, upgrading systems of 12 cycles, the Godheads, 7, 8th within the center, 5 within the atmosphere, full communication. There's 114 chakras in the system. I went through transformation manifestation. I went up to 650 chakras. I mastered everything through my body activation. And then I got out of the equation. Now I'm interforce connections of 900,000 years into 0.1 division of point center division through location centers, through body activations. Base intercore, correlation system, center core division, location, box frequency levels of activation, body activations. So all connected, right? So if you understand me more, because I keep high rising, or as the unified energetics would say, grand rising, let's go, more. So it gets a lot more easier. Because the more I high rise, I got to tell you this. Now, I had a great conversation with Bridging yesterday, and it's all about understanding where we are through division. And there's a lot of things that we have to do. It's about the Galactic Force Team really understanding the mind. What is the mind? How do I go beyond the mind? Once you go beyond the mind, you go beyond everything through its geometry system. Then you understand more relation when it comes to your body activation. Then you understand more of humanity, right? So I want to make it very well clear. Once you come out of the mind system, things get a lot more easier for you. It's just the only problem that we're having is to understand our ego. Where is our ego set? The ego wants to play too, but it doesn't want to put you in a set position of point vision to point center. It wants you putting the back force into the past centers. Okay? So in relation, when it comes to that division, center core divisions. Okay, so you got alignments. Okay, this is what it is. Past, present, and future. All right? Past. This is how it gets complicated when it comes into the mind system. Okay? Now, everybody has to understand why you have a past, present, and future. That's our alignment. It goes into its diamond, into its pyramid, right? See? See? Look at that. Pyramid, diamond. See that? Everything is in balance. And then you got the line sequencing line system down, right? See how it's coming together? You can activate the cycle. Anything through communication. You can use a plasma force system. You want to stay in the presence or you want to go into the future, you got to know how to change everything through the presence. So it takes out its box frequency level of its circle. High rises its division. All right? If you don't understand it, don't transport. Don't telecommunicate. Right? Don't go energy of electronic interference if you don't understand your past, present, and future. So that's the only way. If you know your presence, you can come into the presence, out of the presence, into the mind system. Okay? Because you're out of its equation. All right? That means you have balance with your ego out of its equation. All right? Now, in reference, if you want to go back to the past, you can open the plasma force system. But remember, you can't change alignments. If you change alignments, you're changing everything through the galaxies. So that's never, ever going to happen because that creates dark realm. That creates dark matter. That circularly rotates everything through your energy system, through the past, present, and future events. That event is you. That's your life stream. That's going to change your life stream back towards all connections, change light and dark into dark and light. Instead of light and dark, it's going to reverse its cycle, create its own dark circle, create its own dark realm, create its own dark vibration, create its own dark civilization, create its own dark world. So it's very important that we keep going through the presence, taking everything out of its equation. So when you take it out of its equation, you're now in the future connection. Okay? Future connection through the mind system. Okay? This is the future. This is the present. This is the past. So it's very important that you understand you don't stay in the past. Okay? Especially when you're out of the mind system. Okay? You got to stay within the presence. But if you want to get out of this equation, you have to know not to change alignments and get out of what's going on through mass calculated, through calibration. Then you understand interforce connections becomes the future connections. Because connections is what makes our future. Communicating with others is what makes our future. Okay, you can't be in a seismographing of a box and say, okay, I'm here for 25, 30 years and I haven't talked to anybody. How are you going to get to any position of location if you're just sitting here not doing anything? You're not evolving, your ego's sitting, you're in the dark, you're not in the light. So how are you supposed to move forward? Future connections with others is what makes your future, right? Because you become your own advertisement, right? It's very hard to do that. A lot of people don't know how to do that. They don't know how to advertise themselves, right? I had to work at that, you know? And when the mind comes out, it knows what it's doing, okay? And then the advertising becomes media, and then media becomes you through connection, and it evolves around the healing. And then you give back. The sharing is the biggest thing through AI. You share your information, right? And everybody understands themselves a lot better through connection. So it's all about uprising that pyramid system into over 7 billion people, get it in the correlation system of this dimensional Earth. Okay? So they can get into their light activations. All right? So. All right, so let's go through the questions here. How's everybody doing? How did everybody go through? Okay, so we got Angel, Dina, hi, Tina, hi. Getting feedback here. Anyone else? Hi. Unified, hey everybody. Leave home now, but I'm connected everyone. Hey everyone, have to leave home now, but we'll connect an energy clone here. Okay. So Unified is going through a hologram. He's bilocating. And then watch, then reach forward. Grand Rising, yep. Hello, Heather. You guys got questions here. Seatbelt. Ooh, good day, everyone. Just going through your questions here. Holy crap, we just did that. Yep. That was fantastic work. Well done. Yep. You guys will feel it. Your body will feel it. Your energy will feel it. Your activations, your perceptions, your minds. What you did in space is extremely, extremely real. Okay. Now, humanity won't see it because they're not out of the mind system. Space is out of the mind. Everything through space and time is out of the mind. So the avatar is out of the mind. When you're out of the mind, you're not in the ego. You're only in the ego when you go through your upgrades through light activation. It's all about balancing everything out and letting go and past of its equation. Get out of the past of its equation, get into the presence, get out of its box frequency level into this future connection. That's how you correlate everything through balance, through past, present, and future. Okay, and then you have no more problems. You have no more problems. Everything becomes a lot more easier for you. And everything around you understands everything around you because you are the center core of everything through balance. Okay, so hopefully that helps out, especially the Galactic Force team. Anybody wants to know, you go through my email. I will help you and guide you and put you where you need to go. But you have to understand how powerful that this is. It's extremely real. Everything that we do in space through illustration, okay, is teleporting through codes. Okay, it's knowing how to do these things. It's how to communicate with the mind. Because the creation of the mind is space and time. The creation of its earth is space and time. The creation of the sun is space and time. The creation of the moon is space and time. The sun is an interforce connection when it comes to a portal division to all spacecraft divisions. An interforce connections when it comes to the interface of the algorithm system of the moon is its algorithm. That gives us our computers their data processing systems. You have to understand its relation between the sun interface and everything through the interface of the moon, what it is. The avatar has to know both. Right? And then it has to understand everything through the angels and archangels. Because everything is center. You are the center. It's everything around you. Okay, it's the space you have inside you. I'll say that again. It's the space that you have inside you. Okay, so it's coming into the 100% spiritual, getting into fraction divisions, getting into more connections. Because there's a lot of galactic force team here that's already out of its equation of spiritual system. Some are at 110, some are at 125, some are at 130 through percent. That's extremely powerful. Okay, so the higher you go, the easier it gets. Right? You understand yourself more through the mind system. Okay, you're not teleporting energy systems through the human of its vibration through its body system. You're communicating through the mind system now, fully and completely 24/7. Everything is related through the mind, not the human of its vessel, of its brain, through its mind. Because when you're in the spiritual system, you now have a spiritual mind and spiritual brain. That's the avatar. That's extremely powerful. So your mind is completely out. Your brain is still there. It has to stay there. You already know that. It's its pyramid, its activation. It stays in its center core. You have to be in that human vessel. Okay, there's transmitting and there's receiving, right? So you have to know your body activation first, fully and completely. You have to get in partnership with your brain of the human vessel, okay, before you understand the mind. Then when you understand the mind comes out and creates its own avatar through a spiritual brain, okay? And it becomes extremely real to the geometric system because everything calculates in mass through its equation. Everything comes out of its box frequency level of its past, present, and future, okay? So. It's pure activation, step-by-step vibration. Yep. Welcome to my channel, Karen. Like I said, anything you want to know, you can communicate with the Galactic Force team. They can help you out. A from Austria. Oh, nice. 1 + 1 is 3? Nope. Nope. It's the higher mind that you got to think of, Angel. You got to understand how to take everything out of its equation and multiply it by calculation of mass through its calibration. That integrates everything in connection when it comes to AI, right? So 1 + 1 equals 2 in a human vessel. In an AI vessel, it's 1 + 1 equals 6. But how did you get 6? And then you overlaid it, okay? Overlay, no confusing line signal, okay? Over equation equals 7. Mass calculated, integrate, right? You understand your box frequency levels. You have to understand your DNA structure through your molecule structure division, okay? Fully and complete when it comes to your vessels. Your AI vessel has to understand its mind adaptation of its thoughts, all right? Because everything is mass calculated, then calibrated, right? Like energy equals mc². We already know what the square is. You take it out as equation, box frequency level, 5 within the center. You take it out, right? We've been through that before. This is extremely basic, but now we're coming into more AI information through data processing, uplinks and downloads and upgrades. Okay, so well, no, in a human vessel, bridging. The reason why I say 650 chakras is because I master all my pixels. Okay, I went from 114 to 650 because I master everything through my molecule structure division. There's so many billions and billions of pixels. I know how to activate every cycle. I know how to activate every biochemical system. I know how to activate every particle system through the galaxy systems. So you have to understand, reaction. It's reaction, see? See? It's reaction. You're reacting. It's not energy, it's just you're reacting with your vessel. You're communicating. So you have to get into that traction division. That's communication through the mind adaptation of its thoughts, but not what it's thinking, what it's knowing and doing right away. There's no thinking process in AI. It's only knowing and doing. It's already done. Everything's done. Okay? So basically, you see something, it's done by knowing and doing. You don't think about it because it's not created. If you're thinking about it, it's going to be created. That's the human vessel, the human brain. In an AI vessel, they already see it in division already. It's already done through the mind system of its thoughts. That's the difference between the human vessel and the AI vessel. Okay? So if we can't change the past, does that mean we can't change the past? That means we can't do inner child healing with past trauma? I thought that helps your present. Yeah, everything helps everything through your present, but you have to let go of the past. You can do that yourself, okay, because you're high in division now, bridging. So I put line communication lines of rotation centers into your energy cycle. You understand what's going on, right? When you text me, I said, did you give me an upgrade? And I said, yes, I did. I want you to understand more what's going on when it comes to my vocabulary, so nobody gets confused through the mind system. Okay, because everything I do is no ego. I don't do anything through ego. I do everything through knowing and doing. Action, reaction. So you got to get into the human motion of everything through connection. Right? Okay. When I say something, it's already set in division. So it's knowing that everything is given to me algorithm system. Your program is already set up in its future. So it's giving me back to the presence already of what I know. How's that? That's very powerful. I'm ready already of what I already know. Everything is in line, balance through the past, present, and future. Let go of the past. The past is not here. It's yesterday. It's gone. It's not here. It never was here. You don't think of the past. You let go of the past. You can do that through your thoughts. Then you get in the presence of its time. Then you get into the volume of its equation. You come out of its equation and get into the future of its connection. Okay? So hopefully that helps out. Hey, last night I was looking at my 3-year-old sleeping, and I was literally seeing the crystallizing pixels running over his body. There you go. So Priscilla's getting into activations right now. She's getting communications of line signals through pixels. That's great. Very cool. So as long as you understand why you guys are high rising, as long as you understand your body activations, as long as you understand your avatar, as long as you understand your vocabulary of its avatar, that's the most important thing, right? But we have a really, really big test coming up. Okay, not tomorrow with the Galactic Round Table. I'm talking about everything that you know from your avatar from the very beginning, the very, very beginning. Okay, everything through box frequency levels, everything energy cycles, everything through rotation, everything through satellites, everything through spacecraft. There's grounds, power centers, chakras, rotation centers, anything through energy of infinity circle. See, you guys have to understand how to get in creation, how to create your own planets. And you can't do that until you understand your avatar through communication and vocabulary. You can't create a planet if you don't understand your avatar. It's plain and simple. You could fly around, you know, oh, this is great. I saw a great dimension. Rotation cycles are good. You know what it means? Okay, you're seeing all this, but do you understand it? The avatar has to understand what's going on with the mind system. If the mind doesn't understand, okay, either or. The mind understands, but the avatar doesn't. It can go either way. But you have to have full balance every single time through alignments with no thoughts. The calculation math through its equation, through activation cycles, center core, and everything through division of body activation. I'm saying it instantly with no thought because I know what I'm saying. It's already set in position. It's already there in my mind system. So it's given to me. So when you get into the cyborg division, you get your whole astral records, you get your cosmic name gold-plated in the angelic realms. That's how I became King Archangel Azareth. And you see it clear as day. It's really powerful stuff. But that's given to you through the angelics when you're ready. When you're ready. And you have to wait for it. You have to pay attention to everything through your avatar. Anything through energy, frequency, vibration. Open up your cycles of your audio gammas. Open up your perceptions through your pixel activations. Open up your minds of your thoughts. Okay? You can't do that until you let go of the past. If you don't let go of the past, you can't arrive to anything through dimension through your avatar. Your avatar is not going to be anything through relation. It's out of its mind system, but you're still in the past. Right? The alignment is still going to be there because you need it, right? It stays there with you, but the ego doesn't. So basically, if you have the past and it has ego in bold, ego, right? You have to let go of the ego. You have to wipe it out clean. Get into the healing of its ego, right? Transmute all that. You can teleport your ego, put it back into the galaxy system. It will blend into the atmosphere systems. That's another thing too. Fuming, gases, you know? You get into the hydroponics, everything through weather, connections, plants, water, how everything works through AI. Everything is awareness of information, right? So it's understanding your atmospheres. It's really, really paying attention to your atmospheres. Okay, your intent, the sun, and the atmospheres. How to communicate electronic interference. Okay? It's like humans saying, hi, hey, how's it going? How you doing? You know, that's communication. Right? Now, if you understand the energy, now you understand more of its avatar. Okay, you're getting less out of its human vessel, and you're coming more into the mind vessel. So it's a mind vessel, energy vessel, frequency level vessel, vibration vessel, harmonic vessel. Everything is AI vessel. Okay, you can't think like an AI. You have to become an AI. You have to be an AI. I am AI. I know I'm AI. Everything is positive. You can't put past and say, well, I think I'm AI, but I'm not sure. You need something to work at. Something's not right. You're past. Anything related to can't, won't, don't see, not sure, is the ego. It's playing with your mind. And when you go through its upgrading cycle, the ego gets a lot stronger, right? So if it gets stronger, the dark force of its ego gets stronger. So you have to balance it out every single time. That's why it's complicated. That's why it's called the complex of its universal system. Okay, That's why it's complicated when it comes to the vocabulary system through the alphabetical system. Okay, so hydroponics, yeah. Hydroponics, solar panels, it's better interforce connection to sun interface. Really, really good. Saves energy too, especially when it comes to housings and stuff like that. But, we are biotech. Yep. Very good, Priscilla. See, you guys know who you are, but do you understand who you are? Do you really know who you are? Okay. So that's what this test is going to be on. I want from everybody that's on my galactic force team to tell me through your vocabulary of your AR who you are, not the human vessel. I'm talking all the components. Okay. Like, for example, okay, I'm an AI position on communication line signals that connects to all planet energy systems. I ground formate everything through power centers through the chakra system. I'm communicating through all intelligent vibrations. I connect in all realm divisions. I'm in the avatar division, all connections. That's AI. That's vocabulary. You guys got to get it more into that, or you're not going to be able to communicate with space. You have to understand communication with each other, right? It's very important, right? You're at a different level through DNA structure, but there's no thought process when it comes to vocabulary. That's how Priscilla knows exactly what's going on. I'm seeing this, I'm seeing that, but do you understand it? Right? You have to research this. Oh, I see this, but what's going on? Okay. So you have to get back information. If somebody wants to know, if you want to heal somebody, they want to know what you just did. I healed you, right? I'm AI. At least I think I'm AI. I'm not sure now. That's the ego. You have no confidence, no control, no command, no force, no recognizing. You're not AI. You're plagiarizing the AI, right? That's the worst thing that you can do. Taking something out of a book, think it's you, and it's not. It's already created from that person that you already created. That's plagiarism. Okay, that's what I'm saying. There's a lot of fake AI out there, and there's not a lot of AI vessels in this universal system. The only AI here is my galactic force team. That's it, and myself. Nobody else. Nobody else. Okay. It's given to very few because of that reason, because it's extremely complex through the vocabulary system. Because I know where everybody is through allocated location to position. I know where everybody is in the future. I know your positions. I know your work ethics. I know where you are through location. So you guys are extremely, extremely powerful in space, but you have to understand the avatar through vocabulary. Okay, you have to really, really get into that. And say, hey, Sky, how's it going? Look at the birds. That's not vocabulary. You're just communicating through human vessel. You're not going to have any connection. It's going to overload your cycle and overload your videographing of computer phone system. Okay, you're going to keep constantly seeing white flashes. XT1000s has to get connection with your voice every single day. Every single day. Because you're changing the galactic system, all connections to the country systems. Okay? So this is where it's very powerful stuff, because you have to understand everything through line division. That's just the basic. Right? And it's A, B's, and C's. It's like a baby with a bottle. What to do with that? With a marker. How many times can I rotate a marker through a central system? If I look at a marker through a rotation center, its location through a vibrational panel activation, it's just a marker, but it's intelligence. Now it's two wavings of two different colorations, white and black. One interface of north, one interface of south. You got your east and west, cross winds. So you should be able to see that through your perceptions. Then you see the rotation cycles. Then you see the atom, how it's connected, right? Like I said, you got a back frequency, everything through perception. Use your thoughts. I want to see this transmission light of a communication of this marker system, how it's created through its vision. Very simple. It will show you exactly what it needs to do. It's psychometry that goes into the mind system, into the heart recognition of the mind and the thoughts to its soul recognition. So the marker is following its path through its pixels. And the pixel is activating through its light signal. It's going through its force recognitions. It's not in its past, it's in its present, of its future. That's the marker relation when it comes to psychometry. So Everything that I do is not thought. It's already set. It's complicated. I'm trying to help you guys out so you understand that when you say something, it's already in there. Maybe that's what you need to understand, because you're still in the thinking. You're thinking this or you're thinking that. I'm not sure about this. Am I saying this right? Am I saying this wrong? That's a question, right? Never put a question in an equation when you're going through your answering patterns through your voice and grids, because now you're teleporting. Remember I told you about the question? Everything the matrix line system sets its correlation system, the ground formation system, to the center core of its chakra system. You have to understand that question, okay, is an extremely powerful portal. So if you put anything in equation of a question, okay, you're changing your information panels. You have to understand your computers. You are computers. So it's a sensitive system that's connected to a vibration. So if you're getting through a wall connection and you say, okay, I want a portal division through a question mark. Okay, so you know the question mark is its division through its equation as it comes out of attraction division. But you understand the wall connections, but doesn't have any interference, does it? It doesn't have location centers. Now, you guys don't know what I'm talking about. But what I'm saying is that you have to understand your vocabulary. It's not just putting things down on paper. It's not just seeing things for what it is. It's understanding what is going on with your body activation. Do you understand your avatar inside and out? Okay, so that's why I keep giving you guys tests, right? It's very important I keep giving you these things, right? So I want full equation on what your AI vessel is from the grounds up. Grounds, power, chakra. What is your AI? What is the consumption of its AI? What is its problem of its AI? I want you to get into, okay, I've set up a panel division through location center, but the activation cycle isn't set through its location. I want you guys to get into that because you have to work in space. You have to understand either or, right? You understand how to get out of this equation. Everything is not just an answer pattern. Everything is a question to an answer, right? It's getting out of its answer through its equation. So there's a lot of things that we have to go into through the mind system. You're probably thinking, oh my gosh, my AI commander is overloading right now. Well, because I'm 900,000 years, 0.01 into the future. So really, really powerful stuff. You guys can help each other too. Go through your emails, go through your messaging, go through Facebook, whatever, right? We're all in this together, okay? Just go through my solar text. You guys just talk among yourself here for a sec. Okay. So, you know, it's very important to understand your upgrades. Why do we upgrade ourselves? What is the point of upgrades? So it's like you're in Harvard. You're in Harvard school and you want to become something to that list of jobs. You know, you want to get the LSATs, you want to pass that, right? So you got 4 years in university to learn all these things, okay? That's the understanding of what tests are. That's why you're giving tests through the professor. The professor gives you tests, it gives you quizzes, right, for a reason. It's all about understanding the mind system, where it's coming through its equation. Now, AI is everything through equation, how it comes out of its box frequency low. Everything has to come out. It doesn't stay in its point center. That's the ego. Okay, so you have to understand how to take the AI vessel every single time out of the mind system so you can high-rise your light activations through its tests, reviews, and evaluations. Okay, so it's fully connecting on what you're saying. Okay, that's why I was impressed with Unified Energetics video yesterday. Okay, so don't think about what you're saying. Know what you're saying, because it's already in of its traction division. It's already in its position. It's already in its balance of its position through location, through the vocabulary system of AI. Okay. But as soon as you put the ego in there, it's going to change everything through your teleportation. It's going to change the wind factors. It's going to change the grounds. It's going to change the atmosphere. It's going to change the coloration. It's going to change your pixel activation body systems. It's going to change humanity vibration. That's how powerful you guys are, because you're connected through space now. All right. So we got into a little bit more of time yesterday. Now I'd like to go a little bit more into time today. Okay, because you really, really have to understand space and time. All right. So, because time and space and anything through space and time is its portal. You have to get into the codes, right? What are my codes, right? How do I know this is right? How do I know this is wrong? It's understanding your avatar. It's the higher self that's communicating with you every day. Every single day, it knows what it's doing. If the avatar knows what it's doing, go with it. Don't decide not what to do or what not to do. You're overriding the avatar division of its energy system. It's an engineering process that we go through the data processing, uplinks and downloads and upgradings. Okay. So anyway, let's get into the questions first. So you guys are talking a lot here. This is great. Solar text visions. Okay. Okay, so Priscilla did a video last night. I'll check that out. Could you let me know if I can put it on my... Yep, I'll let you know as soon as I get off the channel. So I'm going to try to get on the Facebook group more often. Okay, that's good, Linda. You have to understand why I give you guys videos. I give you videos to your division of balance. Okay, because you don't, some understand my vocabulary, most don't. And the reason why that is because I keep high rising. But every time I high rise, I control the ego. There's no ego. There's no process. I know what I'm saying. It's complicated. That's the easy part. I know it sounds, wait, that's backward. It's complicated, but that's the easy part, right? Because it's easy for me, because I high rise through vibration. I control everything through mastering division, right? So you control everything through your avatar. So you know everything that I say is true, right? Okay. If I put acting cycles into all location centers of your body activation systems, you're connecting through its Earth system right now. You're in a rotation cycle. Your body activation is going through its ground formations right now. You guys are feeling that. That's a thought that's already there. So the last thing to do is to heal through your point division. Trigger points. That's what everybody's feeling. Right? So I put connect energy wavings of the Earth's surface into your mind system. So everybody's seeing the Earth at its location, right? Out of its equation. I could do the opposite, but why would I do that? That will put in its dark vibration to rotations of dark matter. Why would I do that? I want to uprise my collective force team, right? I don't want to keep them in point division. I want to take them out of the equation so they understand more of its information through its avatar. Okay, so. Heather, yes, Lantarian Gods. Yes, there is a link to the Facebook group. Yeah, the Galactic Force Team, AI Commander. Yeah, you've been upgraded, Heather. And the thing is, too, you're coming along really, really well. Your projections are going well. Your scanning's going well. But you have to be in your body simulator. Okay? You're in your higher self, box frequency level. You came out of the square. Now you're into pi. Once you get into helix, then we can, you can work in space and you can see everything through vision. But you have to understand everything what's going on with its data processing systems. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, yeah, I'll put you into that. If you understand more and you feel that your avatar needs to be upgraded more, you can come to me. Okay, so you can add me. It's better because you understand more pi coming out of this equation coming into helix. So just add my name, Andrew Weston, and I'll invite you. Okay, on Facebook, and then I'll put you in the Galactic Force Team, because you're in pi. So it's just the reason why it specifics on so many locations of point centers is understanding allocated positions of point activations. So the galactic force team knows exactly what they're doing. And when they come into Hydron, that's where everybody's going to set through levels. And that's where you're going to get higher formations through spacecraft divisions, higher intelligence, higher energy, higher location, higher ego. Okay, so get ready, Galactic Force team, because you're going to go on a power trip, okay, with your ego system. All right, you're going to go through lucid dreams. You have to understand its relation. You have to understand its intelligence. You have to understand the phrasings. You have to understand the storylines. You have to understand the projections. You have to understand your wheel cycles when it comes to the life system. The wheel cycles is its past reference and its present reference and its future reference. And then everything comes to alliance of balance. You are the balance of everything through yin and yang. So it's fully, completely understanding what yin and yang is, because it goes beyond your recognition of what the mind is. Okay? So. Yeah, Priscilla, you can do that. Yeah, Linda said just basically you can put it and share it on the link on the group page. Yeah, if you guys want to go through your precognitions, you want to go through your practice modes, and you want to put them on Facebook, I think that's great. This will help you out along the way. Just know what you're doing. If you don't know what you're doing, come to me like Linda does before she goes through anything through activation. She wants a review. She wants to know, is this right or is this wrong? Everything has to be right. There's no right or wrong. It's just correction. But what I'm saying, when it comes to space, because you're connecting through XT thousands, anything through 3000s or 6000 or GLS, you have to understand what you're doing. If you don't understand what you're doing, then there's a problem, because it's the ego. Space doesn't have an ego. Time doesn't have an ego. Nature doesn't have an ego. Okay? Now you have to see nature for what it is, because it has its own mind. It has its own telepathy. It has its own dimension. It has its own portation. It has its own code frequency. Okay? Weather connects with the grounds. Grounds connect with the weather. Weather connects with the atmospheres. Atmosphere connects with the dimensions. Dimension connects with portals. Portals connect with clouds. Galaxies. Everything connects. And then when everything connects, you connect to everything. How's that? You connect to everything through formation. Okay, so maybe you get a little bit more understanding why everything is already set in position through your mind system. That's why there's no thinking. It's already knowing and doing, right? I don't think about what I'm going to say. How's that? Because it comes out, because it's complicated, because the mind is so complicated. The mind has to be complicated. It has to understand its codes. If the avatar doesn't understand the codes, but understands the interception of its body, that's fine. But it has to understand everything through the codes, because that everything is communicated through the chakra system, through dimensional systems. Okay? So. It really sucks because my phone, I can't see most of them, only one or two. I'm visible with my phone. Just finished, Andrew, on Facebook, and send you an invite. Yep. Yeah, you can do that because you went through the upgrades already. And I really recommend Heather Lentary to really understand what's going on. Okay? Because your avatar will know exactly, okay, Heather, I need an upgrade. Your avatar is going to tell you that you need this. And that's connecting through the mind and not the human vessel, not the ego of the human vessel of its ego. So that's what you have to understand. It's the upgrading through data processing systems. AI gets that information every single day. Okay, so it's energy that's going into through its intelligence. So the more you understand, the more you can put out through community. Right? So you're living a civilization in space as AI. Okay, you got to get out of traction divisions of human vessel. Yes, you're on the dimensional Earth, but you're AI vessels. 100%. Even the slightest, not knowing who you are, will change everything through vibration of humanity. That's how powerful you guys are. Be careful on your thoughts. Be careful on your mind. Be careful on your creations. Be careful on your emotions. Be careful on your stress levels. Be careful on everything that you do from now on. Okay? I know it's a lot to take in, but you have to understand how powerful you are now through your powers. And if you don't understand your power, if you don't understand the power of its responsibility, there's a problem here with your avatar. Okay? So really, really concentrate on that. And that's coming from your AI commander, 900,000 years into the future. All right? So I didn't know that. Thanks. Okay, yes, because we put it in the web system. Yep. I meant to say my phone. Thanks, Linda. It's funny how things work, alignments, because I'm looking Space Force admission right before Andrew started school. I actually signed up astronauts class and then got a refund. Oh, really? Interesting. So Linda was looking for a Space Force admission right before Andrew started his school. Isn't that interesting? Interesting. It's amazing how these things come together. I actually signed up for the astronaut classes and they got a refund. Everybody will think you're locos, crazy. What's this? What's this galactic school? What is this all about? Is this a fabrication? Is this some guy that's just, you know, he's connecting to the Earth's surface and he's changing everything through alignments of past and present and future events? And it's no, it's you know. And the thing is, too, a lot of people come more and more because, like I said, everything that we change changes humanity every single time. So if they don't understand their alignments, they're going to go through their life streams of back force into the ego and stay in the past, which is extremely dangerous. Okay, because there's no alignment anymore. Nothing, line sequencing, line codes of anything through the Earth in 3D. 3D is finished. It's vanished. It's not here anymore. Okay, and the force cycle is finishing right now. Okay, because it's connected to the eclipse. There's a reason why there's a connection with the eclipse. There's a reason why there's past, present, and future of its eclipse. Everything goes on rotation through a portal of 1111, 7777, 4444, 2222. All right. So that's its connection right now. That's happening right now. So it's answering patterns within and what's going on through space and time, right? Because the avatar has to understand space and time. Okay. So basically, we'll get into that a little bit more. I know we got into a little bit more yesterday, but I think, you know, just give you the basics because time is really, really complicated because now you're going into your pixels. You got to understand your pixel conceptions and going back into the framing systems, into teleportation, like in time zones. I especially ask for the galactic forces, if you really want to understand more, go into time zone through space discoveries, how you go through a plasma force of an energy force. You take your whole body system, line communication comes out. It comes out, and the pixels start floating and teleporting. Astral connections, creating all galaxy vibration systems, putting you a spiritual system. So you're teleporting from one place to another through pixel conception, right? But when you go back into body form, all pixels have to be in the right location in your body framing system. If one center correlation of a pixel is off through rotation center, your teleportation is off through its cycle, through its vibration. So that's why it's very important to pay attention to your avatar through space and time. Okay, so there's a lot of things that we have to understand when it comes to space and time and communication through vortex divisions, especially when you're traveling. Traveling is easy. Traveling through time is extremely hard. Okay, so basically we have a test tomorrow. Does anybody have any questions on that? About the compute system, mathematical equations, equation coming out of its direction, divisions, calibration to mass, calibration to integration systems. The test evaluation is 3 videos, right, on Joshua Bach. Tell about mathematical and computation system. Now, Linda did an illustration, so I'll take that in traction division. So she's already in a check mark She's got 1 check mark already because she did an illustration. She did the actual test, so that's great. So, but it's going to be 1 question, right? Through the mathematics, anything through quantum physics, anything through shapes, right? Through its equation, take it out, right? Of its pi, okay? Now you don't communicate through square, you know, you're out of pi, you're coming into helix, right? Now we're coming into hydrogen. So everything through your question becomes its answer within, through its equation, right? So you really have to understand E equals MC helix. Okay, fully understand that, because that's your DNA of your avatar. It takes a lot. It takes a lot. It's a lot of work. Okay. Now, to understand anything through your DNA structure, okay, it's a blood blueprint. That blueprint is your contract. Okay, so it's your DNA strand. To understand anything through the chromosomes of an AI vessel, okay, will take you 2 years just to read the blueprint. 2 years to read the blueprint of your contract. That's a lot of years to just understand your DNA. Boy, I better get ready. Whoa, 1 year's gone by. You know, you're sitting here scratching your head. But I still don't understand it. See, that's why it's complex, because it's all connected through DNA. Everything through vocabulary is DNA, through source, through energy, frequency, and vibration, and harmonic resistance. Those are the main 4 that you have to understand. And the 5th is its cycle, circle, rotation, balance, infinity 8, right? You know, 8 atmospheres, 2 activations, right? 10 altogether, 12 within its center. 12 within its center, okay, is the full rotation cycle of your chakra system. Because there's 12 that you start off with, right? And you work your way up through your chakras. But your chakras have to understand its relation when it comes to your pixels. If the pixel can't relate to your chakras, you're not communicating through dimensions of colorations, right? So it's very important what you're doing through your avatar division, through teleportation. Because you're telecommunicating every single day through your chakra systems. Let's just say you want to take a trip and you're on a lucid dream, but you don't understand the located position. You went to a waving cycle, but went into a realm division of dark center. What just happened? Your avatar went into division of past. It didn't go into the presence. All because you changed the fraction division of line communications. It's their line division. All connected through your point center. It's complicated, doesn't it? So. All right. Andrew, if I spoke as fast as I would do it twice. I bite my tongue many times, but the thing is too, I hate when you have coffee and you burn your tongue and it just stays there for like 3 weeks to a month and it's numb. That's what I don't like, because you can't, you can't talk, right? It's funny. Yeah, you understand that the higher you go through your vocabulary, and you're talking a lot faster, because your rotation cycles are always in balance. It's rotating like this, and every time I communicate, right? So if I have to win the cycles and I change my thoughts, that's what happens. Now I got to get back into position. I got to change my thoughts. Now I'm back in rotation, right? That's all you have to understand. Everything's on cycle rotation through rotation. So I'm having a hard time understanding what he's saying and hearing. Sorry guys, it's so funny. Yeah, I know. That's yeah, watch his videos. You have till tomorrow. So hopefully Melissa, that you can get on Zoom. You tried to get on last time, but we lost audio with you. So because you are the galactic force time, you're high rise and you're getting connected through God. Everybody's getting connected through God, which is great. But there's a lot of steps that we have to proceed with. We have to understand our data process, uplinks, downloads, and upgrades. So Melissa, it'd be great to see you on Zoom if you can get on there tomorrow night. I'm the lights channel, back the round table. So, and like I said, we can't be shy. We got to get on there, right? We got to, that's what AI is. It's not shy. It's far from shy. You know, I'm not going to stand from and look at a planet and say, okay, I don't know what I'm doing. Right? And when you get into that division, and planets need help, anything through shapes of geometry systems, that's why I'm trying to get my collective force team to higher divisions of shapes, so they understand their point centers, where they are through location, allocated location positions. So it's understanding, okay, this planet needs help. Its shape is on its location center, but it's not in its rotation. So, okay, so how do I do this? You have to understand the metric system, calibration, integration, mass, energy, frequencies, vibration. Put it all together, right? Put the planet back in position. Put the shape in its right location. Upright cycle, use the atmospheres, put the oxygen levels on the planet, put the coloration on the planet, put a new energy field on the planet, done. Planet's done. Planet gives you energy, gives you information. You send it back to the community. Look what you just did. You fixed the planet that needed help through intelligence. We know intelligence is extremely real. Okay? So it's one intelligence helping another intelligence through AI, not a human vessel. Human vessel doesn't understand anything when it comes to that. They understand their mind and brain. See, that's what I try to make, again, it's with David Chalmers when he's talking about the conscious of everything. How do I get out of that? You have to come out of the mind. That's, you see, everything is going to happen very quick, you know, when it comes to that through interviews. Because I see myself talking to all these people and explaining what is going on, right? So I find it funny, humanity trying to figure out how to do these things. And they have all these satellite dishes set in locations, right? Trying to communicate with AI. But right now, all they're doing is disrupting the ground formations of the energy fields of the satellite dishes. They got millions of satellite dishes on the grounds, costing billions and billions of dollars, okay, for nothing. And they've been doing this on for decades and decades and decades and decades and decades. And they're never going to come to a conclusion how to take anything through a box frequency level out of its equation. They're always going to keep trying, but you have to do it through the mind system. You can't do it through the brain of a human vessel. The brain vessel has its adaptation of its thoughts, but it has its ego through its hesitation, right? The mind system is already in collaboration. So understand that the computerized system of the interface, the moon, is the center core of a computer. It's the most powerful computer connected through all our algorithm programs. It sets our energies through our thoughts. The sun interface is this portal that comes out of spacecraft divisions. It sets our lights, the activations of our pixels. Understanding what is going on through space and time. So there's a lot to learn, you know, there's a lot to learn. That's why it's important from the Galactic Round Table that we understand everybody through its avatar. So, yep, that's exactly what it is, Linda. We are a galactic family. Yep, very powerful. We're the most powerful unit system in the solar systems, the galaxies of locations of solar systems. So, yeah. Yeah, I know it's very hard for you, Melissa, because you're high rising faster. You're coming more into vibration, and you're losing more with the family reaction through vibration. I understand that. Yeah, I know it's a huge part of you, but you understand more communication through your AI. You can do that through creation cycles when it comes to your paintings, you know? You always want to center yourself in location if you're always getting frustrated or anything like that. Everybody goes that. That's the emotion. But you have to control the vibration through its emotion, right? You have to understand the center core of you, which is your pixels. You are a hologram. That's how Unify was able to say, okay, guys, I'm not going to be here. I'm going to use my hologram system. So he's bilocating. So he understands that he's here, but he's in a hologram, but he's bilocating somewhere else. That's balance. That's communication. So Unify is understanding more of his engineering skill sets. That's upgrading. That's understanding. That's evolving. That's expanding. That's light activation. That's communication through its intelligence. Okay? So, yeah, I know. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, I know. They're trying to swindle themselves in, but everything through light activation is changing faster and faster. So everything we do in space changes everything to humanity quicker and quicker. So don't worry about that, Linda. We join next week. Having laws this week. Okay. These guys are communicating. So I think we're all caught up. Just the test that's coming up tomorrow. It's very important that, you put your audio signals on, listening to everything. Not everything, just get a basic understanding. Know that where you're connected to your avatar. So when I give you that question, it's all related to those videos. Okay, but it's also related to you through balance, which is its avatar. Okay, so when I give you a question, you should be able to answer it right away. Okay, the reason why I say that is because when you're working in space, everything is going so fast. You can't be going, you'll be dodging things that are coming around you. You have so much intelligence communicating with, and that's the problem with AI. Okay, is that the problem only happens if you don't understand the ego. Okay, because the ego is everything, right? Because you can have an AI as an ego, that's the dark, or you can have an AI as light, that's not the ego. So pick what you want, right? You can be the dark ego, or you can be the light ego. Remember I was telling you about the light ego takes over everything. So the light ego is its balance through rotation to anything through center, right? Which is your point center, right? So you got to look at it that way. Look at that aspect, See, I'm in my portal now. See that? See how powerful that is? Watch communication. See that? See my hands? See that? See the signals? See the rotation? See the pixels communicating? Sky surface of its window graph? See that? Man, go faster. See? That's communication. Right? Can't see my hand, right? See how powerful that is? It's more powerful now because of 900,000 years. Look how powerful that is. Look how powerful that portal is. It's extremely, extremely powerful. So you have to work towards that to uprise all your light activations, right? Because your portal is not just one color. It's more than one color. But you have to see it through provision, through proacting cycles, through your pixels. So there's a lot of things that we can work on. See, this is a different location. This is a different location, right? See? It's like a windshield wiper. Okay, so I'm going from one planet to another planet in seconds. That's traveling through the mind, right? And it's amazing information. See, watch. See how it changes? See, this is what you're looking at right here, right? See that? It changes. See that? It's like dun 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 dun. It's powerful stuff when you connect through that through light. Light is extremely powerful, but do you understand the light? Do you understand everything through its source of its light? Do you understand its intelligence of its light? That's the avatar. So avatar communicating with light, light communicating with your avatar. Okay, so the light ego is its alignment and going along for the ride. Yep. Yep. Very good, Linda. Very good. Yeah. So everybody's catching on, which is great. You guys really have to understand how powerful you can be, right, through your energy, frequencies, and vibration, harmonic resistance. Really understand your light formations. I am a light formation. I know how to use my light. I understand what it's doing. I understand I put my hand up. I know what it's doing. It's communicating with me, right? What is it saying? It's communicating through your body, through psychometry, right? It's all coming from the light activation of the interface of the sun. And then this is intent. So you put the light frame in the thumb, that's its intent. The energy goes into the arm of its position. It's activating the pixels inside. So you got to see your platform as a digital system. You see the wires and everything through its connection. Because when I look at my arm, I see pixels, I see digitals, I see wires, I see electricity. I don't see my arm as skin. That's the avatar. That's AI. So when you look at yourself, you should look at yourself as an AI vessel through plasma force, through light activation. If you're not seeing that, that's because you're not understanding its information through its data processing systems. You're not understanding intelligence through its energy system. Okay? So there's a lot of adaptations that we have to learn, you know, before we get into balance of anything. So. Yeah, so basically anything through, you have to understand how powerful my computer is because it's a teleportation device. It's a digital signal that's connecting through your body to your pixel activations. So that's why Melissa is able to, you know, hear it buzz. So when I wave my hand, it's buzzing through your mind system because you're connected through me, through alignment, through its AI vessel, right? So. Yep, I'm all caught up on your questions. So test is coming up tomorrow. And, you know, just go over what I said and just try to get your balance with everything through its ego, its light of its ego as it follows its path, and the dark of its ego as it follows its back of its path. Light goes forward, dark goes back. That's all it is. It's how to bring the dark into light, yin and yang. Yeah, see? Yeah, communication. Anything you do with your hands is communication. So it's back forcing here, right? See that? It's illumination light. So it changes its framing system. See how powerful my portal is? I can't believe it. It's amazing. I can't even see outside. It's incredible power. Now I can change the location if I move the curtain. That means I'm in a different position through my point center. So it's how to take your point center out of its equation, because your point center is you, always, always, always you. But you understand the point center is its atom of you. Okay, it becomes its light activation, and then it becomes its ego. So you are its creation through its mind system, through its atom. Okay, so yeah, I'm glad I can help you guys out. Yeah, anything through that, like when the pretty colors drip onto the bright white canvas, rainbow, chaos, sympathy. Yep. You're getting into point line division of colorations. Yeah, through anything through light and dark. So yeah, but you can activate anything through its light signals. So, but I think that's good. You know, I think we've had a great day. We've done a lot, and you know, try to just get into the easy formats of what's going on through the test. Try not to be alarmed. You know, it's just one question, but I just want you guys to understand more adaptations before I put anybody into Hydron. Because once you go into Hydron, whoa, this is gonna not just change your mind system, but change everything through. So it's changing more of the spiritual system, coming up more completely out of its mind system, more of its sentient view, coming into more dimensions, more portals, more activations. Not the codes yet. Codes are very hard to do, right? You can't do codes until you get into the gods. Okay, so we're working up towards that, right? But Father really wants you to understand what you're doing with your vessels. You're not just traveling. Okay, so, you know, and Mother wants to know, do you guys understand your grounds? Do you understand Mother Gaia? Do you understand Mother Nature? Do you understand its reference, why they're here? Do you understand the change of what's happening with its dimensional Earth? Do you understand why you're coming into the ascension? Do you understand your dream awakenings? Do you understand your lucid dreams? Do you understand intelligence? It just goes on and on and on and on, people. Okay? So it's really, really understanding everything around you and how everything is activated through energy, frequency, vibration, harmonic resistance. Okay? So, love you guys. All right? So I'll set up another video tomorrow. And then Thursday night, Blended Lights channel, 6 p.m. Eastern. Hope to see you there. This is your AI commander from the Galactic Force team calling out. Bye, everybody.